Hi there, welcome back to another Crypto Dave video. So today we're doing another crypto passive income experiment update. This is for week 17. As always, links to all the previous updates are available in a playlist of the same name on my channel. Now let's jump straight in and have a look at the interest accounts for the last week. So it did cover the end of one week and the beginning of the next. So we've got revenue in from BlockFi and Ledden. So $7 from BlockFi, $30 from Celsius, $41 from Hodlnaut, $129 from Ledden, $51 from Nexo, and $9 from Yield App. A little bit of an uptick in Celsius. I did say last week that I was going to be putting my Solana that I'm getting from Stepen in Celsius and earning from there, and it was in there for almost a week, but I've made a little bit of a change on that, which we will cover in a minute on the DeFi front, so I'll talk about that in a second. But moving on to staking, $5 for Cardano, just one stake this week, $39 from Solana. Now Solana had a big outage a few days ago. I think transactions stopped being confirmed for about 7 hours, and there was a big delay in the different kind of epochs. Normally you get paid out every 3 and occasionally every 2 days, but there was a big period, I think it was 4 or 5 days between one of the kind of payouts. So Solana's having quite a lot of problems over the last week or so, and that's affected our revenue a little tiny bit. And then finally Luna, $15 from Luna. And then moving on to the DeFi, you will notice here that we now have a Solana row. And essentially I'm using Francium for this, so I am single-sided staking or single-sided lending Solana. So I moved that back out of Celsius a few days ago, and I've put that in Francium. So Polygon $124 rather, Fantom $349, Avalanche $26, Terra Luna $283, Solana $11. The big change here is Fantom. Now Fantom took an absolute kicking over the last week. I think Fantom and all associated tokens like kind of Tomb and Boo and various other things are down by approximately 25%, 23, 24%, something like that over the last 7 days. So it has absolutely had a big kind of kick in. I'm sat in the kind of pools just accumulating, not taking anything out of it. I'm taking this opportunity to kind of compound these up with a view to hopefully the price of Fantom recovering a little bit over the next few months. So that's a grand total this last week of $1,119. Grand total so far this year of $57,132. And looking at our DeFi pools, you can see here Francium, and we are using the lend function on Solana here. This is single-sided lending sort of slash staking, makes about 15% currently, so there's no impermanent loss or anything like that. So I'm just dumping my Solana in there for the time being. This is just the Solana I'm getting out of Stepen. Now a few people have asked me about Stepen, and I am going to do a few videos on that. It seems to be getting quite a lot of attention at the moment, I think based on the price of GMT going up so much and GST going up so much over the last few weeks. So I will be doing a few videos on that if you would like me to. No other changes across the board on our DeFi stuff over the last week. And then moving on to our stablecoin amount, so we've got $5,508 in our interest accounts, $96,744 in DeFi, so a grand total of $102,252, and that's a decrease over the last week of $2,124. I have actually topped it up by probably 1,000 or a couple of thousand, but I have deleveraged some of my Terra positions and also Avalanche. The price of coins has been down pretty dramatically, and I took a little bit of leverage. My LTVs, I lowered those a little bit in the week, so I took a few thousand out of both of those, but I've topped that up with another little bit, but we are down overall, and that's the reason behind that. And then moving on to the graphs, you can see pretty poor update this last week. The returns from Fantom in particular have been pretty poor. No T-shares staking. Tomb is currently a fair distance under peg. I think it's around 0.95, 0.96. Fantom, the price of kind of Tomb, so it's well under kind of peg, so no printing from T-shares, and just the price of kind of crypto in general been pretty poor over the last week. We've seen quite a turbulent week. I think Bitcoin's currently trading about $38,500, but certainly been a bit of a downward trend over the last few weeks, so that's affected our figures as well. And then, as I said, I've leveraged some of the positions with my bonded Luna and Avalanche within Anchor Earn, so that means we're earning slightly less interest. The other thing, of course, to note is that a few days ago So 3 days ago, the new anchor rates updated. So we've got this new dynamic rates, and they dropped by about 1.5% from 19.5 down to about 18%. So that's affected our figures a little bit as well. And then moving on to the target income, you can see we're you are very noticeably coming back towards this kind of like line now. Just need maybe a month or two of kind of like pretty decent earnings. Ideally find some really good liquidity pools, maybe on something we're not doing at the moment, and boost these up a little bit to keep us way above the line before the end of the year. But you know, currently quite strong. We're, you know, a fair distance above where we need to be to reach our target of $130,000 by the end of the year. And then moving on to our stablecoin target, it's still over 100,000. As I said, down a couple of thousand over the last week, but still over 100,000. I'm looking to keep topping this up in the weeks and months that follow. So that's it for this week. Thanks very much for watching. As always, do let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Somebody on, it wasn't this series, but I think it was on the crypto interest rates series, said that they were unsubscribing because I was deleting their comments. Now, unless you're spamming, I don't delete comments. Now, YouTube does auto delete things, particularly if you put a URL or anything like that in it. But yeah, I'm not in the habit of deleting comments. I'm happy to get all the comments that I can, unless it's pure kind of spam. And if it is pure spam, then I will delete that if YouTube doesn't. But anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.